Hello everyone, my name is Lisa Gehring and I am the 712 principal for USD 270 in Plainville, Kansas. My district is located in northwest Kansas and we are just 23 miles north of Hays and Fort Hays State University. As a principal of Plainville Junior Senior High School, I want to help my staff understand where we are so we can figure out how to get where we want to be. This is our story. The mission of USD 270, through the cooperation of students, staff, parents, patrons, and the Board of Education, is to provide educational opportunities in a safe environment and to promote lifelong learning skills. In addition to the mission statement, USD 270 has adopted student outcomes. Student outcome 1, Plainville students will be respectful. Student outcome number 2, Plainville students will be responsible. Student outcome number 3, Plainville students will be reliable. Student outcome number 4, Plainville students will be resilient. Student outcome number 5, Plainville students will be resourceful. And student outcome number 6, Plainville students will be ready. This is our vision and our mission and our purpose for our district and our students. So who are we? We are a 2A district in northwest Kansas. We have 353 students in our district, and I have 194 7 through 12 students in my building. Our students are predominantly Caucasian, and we do not have an ELL population. Approximately 41% of our students are classified as economically disadvantaged, and we have a minimal dropout rate. As noted on the Kansas report card on the KSDE website, a little over 50% of our student population is female, and a little over 49% are male. Before we can figure out where we want to be, we need to decide where are we now. When we looked at our student achievement data from the 2016 Kansas assessment results, it showed that roughly 33% of our students scored in the top 2 categories for math, which is just below the state average. However, when I looked at our high school students, only 10% of our students scored in the top 2 categories for math. Just under 33% scored in the top 2 in ELA, which is approximately 8% below the state average of 41%. However, when I looked at just our high school, 45% of our high school students scored in the top 2 categories for ELA, which was above the state average of 31%. In looking at our ACT scores, in 2015, we tied the state average at 21.9%. However, in 2016, our district average for ACT scores was 20.5%, which was below the state average of 21.8%. Our attendance rates show that in 2015, we were at 89.6%, which was below the state average of 94.8%. In 2016, our attendance rate was 90.2%, which was still below the state average of 95%. Our attendance rate became an issue for me after I finished my first year at Plainville. At the end of the year, I prepared a report for our superintendent. It showed that some of our students had missed more than 20 days. I reviewed our student handbook policy, which showed that our students basically had an unlimited number of days of absence as long as a parent called in or if the student had a doctor's note. According to the policy, the student only had an issue if he or she had more than 8 days of unexcused absence. This policy conflicted with the state statute regarding truancy, and the students were, according to this policy, were given 8 days a semester. I visited with my staff, and together we put together a policy which I proposed to the school board. In it, we proposed that students would only have a total of 8 days, regardless of the reason for the absence. In addition, we wanted to come up with a reward system that would recognize students who had good attendance. I prepared the following policy for our students. Students who have missed 1 day or less for the quarter will be given the opportunity to go out and eat at an area restaurant as a group with the principal. Students will be given 45 minutes for lunch. The district will provide transportation to and from the restaurant, and the student will be responsible for the cost of the meal. A drawing for gift certificates to be used to pay for the meal will be held at the end of the quarter for all students who have met the attendance reward requirements. This is how we thought we could get to where we wanted to be to increase our attendance in our district. In 2013-14, we did not have the attendance reward lunch program. These numbers indicate the students who would have qualified if we would have had the award system in place of students missing one day or less. We started the program in 2014-15, and as you can see, our numbers increased each quarter for our students who had better attendance. In 2015-16, we were thrilled to see in quarter one that our students who qualified almost doubled the number of students when we did not have the program 2 years prior. Then this year, in 2016-17, the number of students who qualified for quarter one was at an all-time high of 129 students. We believe the Attendance Reward Lunch Program has been a huge success for us. Attendance is important to us, but we know this is just one area of school improvement. But we believe it is an important factor in our success. We plan to continue to monitor our data and continually look for ways to show school improvement. Thank you.